Yo, what's good guys? This is Nightwing2303 from WearTesters.com. Today we got a quick detailed look and review at these bad boys right here. This is the Way of Wade 7. We're also going to be taking a look at the brand new lifestyle model called the Wade Essence. So starting with the Essence, it is a pretty basic sneaker. It's not anything crazy, but they do have some kind of trendy fashion elements to them. Not that I know what that means because I'm not trendy or fashionable, but I do think that these look cool, so that is one thing. Do you agree?
I think they're pretty cool looking.
No, I was talking about my fashion sense.
Yeah, our 12-year-old just made fun of you.
Okay, we didn't have to mention that. Now the tooling on these is comprised of a lightweight EVA midsole. There's not a lot of rubber on the outsole. There's only two little pods right here at the toe and then one right there at the heel. Everything else is foam on the bottom, much like something that you would see on, what the heck are they? Like the Prestos, the Nike Frees. There's a whole bunch of shoes like that. Something that I like though is that the midsole is also carved out, so it gives you a lot of flexibility and a lot of compression. So even though the foam is on the basic side, it's actually a comfortable sneaker.
The split toe reminds me of those like ninja shoes.
Yeah, that's why I like it. It reminds me of the foot soldier in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. 1991. One of the greatest movies of all time. The upper is comprised of a stretch knit mesh, and it actually feels pretty good on foot as well. The overlays are just a cheap synthetic. It feels like felt. It's very similar to the stuff that you would see on the Kobe AD mids and the Kobe AD Exodus. Not anything great in my opinion. It's not anything bad as far as casual use goes. I don't mind it on something like this. I don't want this on my new hoop shoe though, especially when they cost 150 bucks. Shots fired.
I think they look really cool on feet though. They don't scream these are fun just sitting there, but they look good on feet.
I agree. I think that these look really dope on feet. Speaking of being on feet, these guys do fit true to size, so if you are curious about the shoe or you wanted to cop a pair for yourself, you can do that. I'll leave a link in the description box. It'll head you over to Sunlight Station. Make sure to use our promo code. They'll give you some extra goodies as well as a small discount. But yeah, I like this shoe. It's lightweight, it's comfortable, it looks good. Can't really ask for more, especially from a casual perspective. But these guys right here are what you guys are all waiting for, the grand finale, if you will. This is the box that it came in. It's a really clean box, different than the previous models that have that drawer box. This is just a normal, you know, with a lid and all that stuff, which I think is cool. The graphic on the box is also the graphic that's on the outsole, so the traction pattern. It's got specialized paper, and then inside each shoe came in its own individual dust bag, which I also think is slick. A little bit different than the mesh dust bags that they've been using in years past. They also came with some free goodies. There's a keychain, there is a wristband, and then there were some stance socks that I already wore because I recorded this video already and I messed it all up. So this is our second time around, but I've already played in the shoe a little bit and I wore those socks to play in them. They were quarter cut stance NBA socks, which I think is awesome because I hate crew socks. I love no-shows, but they're not always great for performance because my ankles get chewed up. So that was like my first time playing in stance socks in I don't even know how long. It's been a long time. Yeah, I just don't like the really tall. Speaking of stance, this is, I don't know if these are available and this has nothing to do with the video. But Stance actually sent this over. Again, don't know if they're releasing or not. They just said that they were limited. I don't know what that means, but it's obviously says Space Jam on there. And when you open it up, it's super dope, dude. Like it's got the whole Monstars and Toon Squad squads and all that kind of good stuff. And then you have your two different teams on the socks themselves. So you got the Toon Squad socks, kind of got like that whole reverse, you know, one's mimicking the other. And then you have the Monstars as well, which is really cool. And then you have the character graphic sock on there also for both squads. I love this one, dude. This one's so cool. I thought that the Monstars were super dope back in the day. Go ahead.
I didn't realize that each sock had like all the characters were on.
Yeah, they're all like, they did a great job. Stance, I don't like tall socks like this, but if you're gonna
wear them.
Yeah, well yeah, she wears all of the Stance socks that we get in, but if you do like this kind of stuff, like Stance really does do it best, and I'm not trying to like
promote them like that, push them.
It's just, it's not like because they gave me free socks, like I don't care. Like I don't wear Stance socks, like I'll be completely honest, like I just don't wear them because I don't like those cuts. I do like the quarter cut ones and the no-shows though. But yeah, I just think that Stance has probably the best quality and execution when they're doing themes.
Oh yeah, they did those Star Wars ones.
Oh man, those were sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just, when they do themes, man, like I think it's so cool when they get like licenses to stuff. They do a great job with it. Yeah, I don't know if these are available or not. I guess I'll look. Yeah, they didn't say. They just said, hey, I got something for you. Here you go. And I was like, cool.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Back to the show.
Yes, back to your regular scheduled programming. So for the Wade 7, we have a translucent outsole. I do not like translucent rubbers most of the time. Chinese brands tend to do it better than US brands, except for the Wade brand. The Wade brand on previous models, every time I've tried their translucent rubber, I've never been a huge fan of it. I'm not gonna say anything performance-wise right now. Make sure that I don't, okay? Make sure that I don't spoil
Just
anything.
throw something at you?
Do something, do something. Just make sure that I don't say anything on performance. But the traction pattern itself is flat and smooth. Not a good idea, in my opinion. Hopefully it works well though on court. And it is of the Wade logo, which I do think is dope. I just wish that it was more aggressive. Being that it is translucent, you can see through the actual rubber there, and you can see through to the cushion that they used. And the cushion is not the, what was it called? Dry foam.
Dry foam.
Dry foam, that's right. She's got a good memory. So it's not the dry foam, unfortunately. It is just their basic stuff. And something that I found out on accident was when I was pulling out the insole, because their insoles are badass all the time. This thing's super thick, it's bouncy, it's got extra cushion in the heel, which I love. But inside the shoe right there, it actually states the tech specs on the sneaker, which I think is dope. Like, I've never seen that like inside of a sneaker. We've always seen it on maybe a box lid or written on the midsole, like if there's Zoom Air on there or bounce cushion, they'll kind of like allude to that with the logo. But they've actually told you inside the shoe exactly what's in there, which is awesome. So the carrier itself is cloud foam. It's their lightweight foam compounds. And then they have bounce and cushion, which is standard. They've been doing that since I've been wearing their shoes, which was a long time ago with the li-ning Turning Point and the li-ning Villain. Both of those were awesome sneakers. Additionally, inside the shoe, you have some really nice lining, which is standard for a Wade shoe. So you have that red kind of quilted look inside of there. Hopefully you'll be able to see that. The tongue is nice and airy. It's got a lot of mesh on there, so a lot of breathability, which brings me to the upper and its build. The interior portion of the shoe is just comprised of a standard kind of mesh. It almost feels like a really thick knit. And then you have some embroidery on there for additional design. Not anything functional, just looks good. And then you have this independent, almost toe piece right here. And I wish that it was made out of leather, but it's not. It's actually made out of like a vinyl material made to look like leather. The reason why I say it's almost independent is because it's stitched on completely around the shoe. So it kind of like flexes and pops a little weird. Again, it would have been a lot nicer had it been made out of leather. It would have like broken in really nicely and just kind of moved with your foot instead of just like, I don't know how to explain it, but you know when like something weird pops, like it's like that.
That's what the neoprene does on running shoes. I don't like it.
Kind of. I don't know. It's kind of like a weird feeling and a weird sound at the same time. The only premium touch that they used on the shoe is this little leather panel right there on the back. Again, would have loved to have seen that on the front, but you know, it is what it is. Something that I do like though is that they considered ventilation on this area. So they perforate it right there. A lot of you guys are probably like, those look like the Jordan 2010s that Wade wore. I agree. And I think that maybe he liked that look. Maybe he liked that overall feeling, but he does not like moisture in his shoes. He said that a long time ago when he was still with Jordan Brand. And so this guy right here adds some ventilation in there. So I think that that is great. Also, the tooling looks a little bit similar to the Air Jordan 28, but it is not the same as far as like being completely decoupled. You can't twist this shoe up the way that you can those. So these are a little bit more stiff than something like that. This is not a decoupled setup. It's all connected and everything. It just looks decoupled. As far as sizing goes, I was told that they fit true to size. So that was the size that I went with, but I do feel that they run a little bit long. So I wish that I would have gone down half a size, but you know, wide footers, this should be good for you as far as like, you know, a normal thing. Actually, I do wonder about this. Like, I don't know if that'll stretch. It depends on where your foot's wide. Every foot is different. Some people, it's like wide right here at the midfoot because they have like a low arch or a high arch, or it's kind of like a mixture between both. Like their arch has fallen, but it's also like got a high instep. Some people just have a wide forefoot. Some people got chunky heels. I don't know. But for me, I just wish that I would have gone down half a size. I feel like they would have fit me the way that I like my sneakers to fit. If you do like a little bit of wiggle room in there, you should be good going true to size. And that pretty much takes care of it. If you're interested in these as well as the Wade Essence, they are available over at Sunlight Station. I do think that these are sold out in most sizes though, but more colorways are coming. Sunlight Station has great customer service, by the way. So honestly, like besides Nike, they're probably the best. Like it's super smooth going with them. You know exactly what's going on throughout your process. Unlike Yeezy Supply, when you don't even know if you're getting your shoes shipped to you.
And they're sitting outside.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden they're just literally on your porch and you're like, dude, what the hell? These guys, they let you know always. And I don't know if it's really like them or just the carrier that they chose, but they go with DHL and like DHL just texts the shit out of you, dude. And they're just like, hey, it's coming. You know what I mean? And then if you're not going to be home, they let you sign online.
Oh, so they do give you that option.
Yeah, so it's just a really smooth process. I enjoy it. Let me know what you guys think about both of these shoes down below in the comment section. Are you excited for the performance review? Stay tuned for that. And until next time, guys, have a good one.
Is that enough perforation, like, to do anything for ventilation?
It's better than nothing. I'll tell you that right now. It's better than nothing. You don't do anything right here and you're swamp city inside of this shoe.
I just kind of feel like it's there for, hey, we gave you ventilation. I was curious if it is actually gonna ventilate your feet.
If there's a hole there, it'll help. I know that it looks like an afterthought, but
it does.
It will help. Well, perforation holes, what can you do with them? They're holes.
Give you a bunch of them? I don't know.
There is a bunch of them. There's like 3 rows right there. That's not enough? You want them in like a design?
That would have been
cool. If they would have done that in the Wade design instead of that, oh man, you guys need to hire us. Man, I think that these look slick though.
I don't.
She's a hater, dude.
No.
She doesn't like Dwayne Wade. She doesn't
I
like
like
LeBron
Dwayne Wade.
James.
Oh, shut up. I like him.
I like Dwayne Wade too. Dwayne Wade's awesome.
I like
We posted
him.
a picture of these on Instagram last night.
Yeah.
And he always comments, dude. Like he follows me on Instagram. The dude's super cool. Yeah, it's always a trip. Somebody actually asked me, like, basically like alluding to like, does it still surprise you that someone like him follows you, comments, stuff like that? And it's like, well, yeah, dude. Like he doesn't have to. Like I'm just a nobody. He's an NBA player. You can say he's just a nobody too, but like people know him.
Plus, he's on paternity leave right now. He has time to...
Is he? He's not playing?
He's on... Well, he keeps posting that he's on paternity leave with cute pictures of his baby. And he got tattoos on his shoulder.
I saw that.
Yeah.
I want some more tattoos.
I thought you were going to say, I want a baby.
Hell no. Hell no. We have too many, man.